Okay, so we're going to start with our nutrition and diet therapy 2. I lost the I is already sent the video pero wala siyang boses. So kailangan gumawa ng outro si Maestra, 'di ba? Nakaka-tired din. Pero wala tayong magawa. Kaya mahirap maghanap ng pera. Okay, so we have nutrition and diet therapy 2 in continuation with your nutrition and diet therapy 1. I have already discussed briefly the factors in planning the menu in your nutrition and diet therapy 1. But I'm going to discuss it again. And if ever I added up something or I missed something, so pasensya na po. But as long as the description and then is the same, as long as everything that I said was there, okay lang gyapon na siya. Okay, so one is food preferences. When you say food preferences, of course, this is the preference of your client, not your preference as a caregiver. So see, wala yun sa isang video. Okay, food preferences meaning you're going to prepare the food that the client will going to eat. Kasi pag hindi kumain yung client, sayang yung effort natin, 'di ba, sa pag-prepare ng food. Example, may certain condition ng client. Example diabetic siya. He prefer at that very meal, he prefer to eat something sweet. Example, we have ice cream. And you know for a fact that it is very much a no-no for a diabetic client ang ice cream because mataas po siya sa sugar. Pero, you have to weigh things out in a sense that kailangan natin na I consider as to anong gagawin natin. Let's say whether we're going to give the ice cream to the client for the client to eat but in a minimal amount or pwedeng hindi talaga natin bibigyan ang client ng ice cream at the client is so not gonna firm with this decision na I will not eat if you're not going to give me ice cream. So that's the time that you're going to bend your rules. Konti lang naman yung bibigyan mo na ice cream. Just for the client to taste the ice cream itself. Hindi ko naman sinabi na buong galon, 'di ba? O 'di ba? So, kailangan mo mag-weigh things out, okay? Example, may kidney failure si client. Bawal siya kumain ng marami, 'di ba? Dapat matchbox size lang po kinakain niya. So, let's say pwedeng let's say for example, in my case for example, after a matchbox size, pwede man dumagdag? Pwede mong dagdagan ng kahit konti lang talaga. It doesn't necessarily mean na big amount or bulk amount na ibibigay mo. Konti lang talaga. Just to, especially kung elderly, just to let the client be satisfied. Yung utak niya dapat ma-satisfied na kumain naman siya ng additional, okay? Yun lang naman. And then we have food habits, okay? Food habits in the sense na, for example, may mga client na matagal matulog, especially elderly, hindi nakakatulog sa gabi. So, they appear to be tired during the day and they wanted to sleep more. As long as there is no condition or existing condition or diagnosis, you may allow the client to sleep more. Okay? Because maybe ang iyang body clock has already established with that nga late siya mag-wake up kasi yung siya, 'di ba? Kalang matagal matulog. Okay. So you have to allow the client to do that. Another thing is minsan, so, ang ginagawa mo, i-combine mo na lang yung breakfast tsaka yung dinner. Dinner, yung lunch. So, you're going to offer brunch na to the client. Okay, that is your food habits. Another thing is, for example, yung client nga is kidney failure. Tapos, gusto niya kumain ng yung mga yung bang gusto niyang kumain ng mga red meat and something. So, all you need to do is, pwede ba mag-offer ma'am ng red meat? Pwede din, konting-konti lang talaga. Para walang diskusyon na mangyayari. So, kailangan bigyan mo kahit konti lang. Konti lang talaga. Okay. Another, especially if you are sure that the vital signs within that particular day or that moment is okay and fine, then, okay, so go. Diba? For example, Coke. Oh, gusto mo inom ng Coke. Ayaw mo yung uminom kasi bawal. Pero kung sip lang naman, okay na din. As long as elderly siya, di ba? We're going to let the elderly enjoy her remaining life to the fullest. Okay, to the fullest.